Michael,
Yo.
we're back. We're back for episode 6 of Trivia Flashback. Uh, we're getting the groove. We're getting into it. I think this is it's starting to work. The dynamic. We have great comedic timing, and our chemistry is just off the charts. What do you say, Michael?
Yeah, I agree.
I see. Okay,
I got my Space Jam cup here. That our official sponsor.
It was sponsored by the movie Space Jam: A New Legacy, the best movie of 2021.
Hell yeah,
confirmed.
5 stars.
If you don't agree with us, then fuck you.
Yeah.
But
yeah, this should be fun. You know, it's for once in my fucking life, in our fucking lives, that we're not doing a show with an American on the call, and it's not like I didn't just wake up like 30 minutes ago. So
it's not like I woke up 15 minutes ago to do a fandom match recording.
Yeah,
there's nothing against Maggie, but that was, to be fair, that was your fault because you just at that time because you're just so used to throwing out 10 a.m. for you.
Yeah.
So I blame you on that.
I sort of didn't hear what you said, but yeah, sure.
Oh, thanks. Anyway, but since I pitched this show to Michael, there was one episode, one match, one guest in particular that I wanted on, because I think it's known how much I have hated this match. It's known how much this match is huge in movie Warzone. But I think that it's been a long time, and I also just love this guy in general. So we've got the lovely
calm down.
Ethan Bella, my mortal enemy. No, I'm kidding.
It's weird. It's weird to see Ethan without a foot in next to him as well. So yeah,
I don't know, Michael. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
what? It's weird thing to say, but no, I'm good, man. I'm excited to be here. And as Jake said, like that match was, it was my first match ever in the league, so it was. It did not go how I expected, and it was really fun to be a part of it. And I love that I'm part of one of the best players' worst moments in his career. That's very exciting for me.
Well, I mean, I would like to ask, because we asked this with Maggie, we asked this with Mark, and I was kind of curious, how did you kind of like get into the community? Like, what kind of started it?
Yeah, I was a fan of like the Schmoes Know podcast for a while, just when they were like, I didn't even watch the Schmoedown stuff because it was like when they were just doing it in the studio, just like really loose, just sitting on the couch. And then because I always just love movies, and then they started doing the trivia stuff, and they made like the Schmoedown more formatted. And it was, I mean, sure, like you guys and most people, it was just fun to watch along and play and see how you would do. And then I started hearing about the fan leagues, like maybe like a year or like a few months before we played our match. And I was like, you know what? I have nowhere else to play movie trivia. Like I might as well do it, see what it's like. And then, started playing Full Metal, and then Multiplex had like a tryout thing or whatever. And I played in that. Yeah.
Because I remember there's two questions. I guess two parts to this. I remember specifically in like February, March of 2019, when I think it was Harloff had posted on the Facebook page, that the Facebook group, that like here's if you want to try out, and like here's are the big like fan leagues. And I think Multiplex and Full Metal were like the two big ones. And I just remember that week, and that was when Jeremy had just started becoming a writer for Schmoedown, and that's when Full Metal Classic, like the first match was like all these new guys. And it's funny looking back, because the new guys in that match, it's Tuig, it's like Antonio, I think Chavez is in that, but like just people that are like main players like now. Back then it was like Kirk had joined, I think.
Yeah,
Scott
Kirk and I we were in our first I think it was Kirk, Andrew, Sean, me, and Jay or something in the first classic we all did together. That actually, you reminded me, that is how I found the leagues. I forgot that's what it was. It was Harloff made that post, and then I was like looking into it.
Because a lot of like, because it's weird, because I always thought about this as with the community, it always comes in generations of people, and that generation was you, Kirk, Sean, it was Andrew.
You guys are like the Totodile type generation.
They're the Jodo League of the community, but you all kind of came in at one, and like now you're like really a part of the community, which is crazy.
Now you just show up in every fucking match.
Yeah, I
you,
mean,
you,
well,
don't
it's
remember
fun,
what
you
hap-
know?
you don't remember what happens in the match, but you show up. Like
That's true. Yes.
But I'm trying to what. But okay, so my second question was: so Warzone was doing its gigantic 32 singles tournament. That was kind of its like big thing because it kind of after the So I used to run Warzone with someone else, and then a lot of crazy shit happened. It was not managed the best, and I will fully admit that I was part of it. And so it went through a revamp. Boatman took over. I think Brian at that point was running it as well. And so they decided we'll just do 2 tournaments. One was a teams tournament, the other was a singles tournament. We'll do 32 singles players. They did a bunch of play-ins. Unfortunately, they did not record these play-ins. Could you please tell us how yours went? Because I've wanted to know for like so long how it kind of went.
Yeah, I actually didn't do that well. Like I don't remember. I feel like there was a certain like threshold of points, or if you won your play-in, you were automatically in. And I didn't win, and I think I spun like horror, and it was like my first time doing it, so I didn't like go to multiple choice where I should have. I missed a bunch of questions, and I was like, oh well, I'm not going to be in this tournament, whatever. And then they just like reached out to me like, hey, you're the 32 seed. And I was like, wow, I must have just like slid in there like by the skin of my hair. Yeah.
It's crazy because I think all I know from what Bowman told me is that Doman was in that and he won that. And I think you were like 3rd or something like
Probably.
that.
I honestly don't even remember who I played with. Like, I couldn't tell you anyone else who was in that. I don't remember at all.
Because it's weird because like Barr, he didn't even play in that tournament at all. He must have played in the play-in, but like he was not even like anywhere in that tournament, which is like he's now the fucking champion and have fought like 3 defenses and like 10-2 and crazy shit like that. It's insane. But so I guess, and then you know what I forgot, Michael. What's my favorite?
I know what you forgot. Yeah.
It's context. I can't believe I forgot to put that up. I was just so into this already.
We got some context from Bar in the chat, by the way.
Oh, we do? Oh. Quinto. Okay, because I think Quinto because I know he was in the tournament.
Apparently Bar played in that. So.
Okay, yeah. I had a feeling that like Andrew must have played in it. Sweet. Good old context there. But yeah, you're 32. You find out you're the 32 seed, and then what was kind of the initial reaction when you heard that you were going to play me?
Well, did you even know who he was?
Did you? Yeah.
No, so I hadn't really watched enough matches or anything. Like I just knew, like people were like, "Oh, you're playing Jake Maringoni." Like, okay, like good luck or whatever. And I was like, "Okay, he's number 1." People keep talking about him like he's like he's a killer or whatever. So I was like, I just want to go in there and have like a solid match. That's all I want to do. I want to like not get destroyed, and I'll be happy. So like. I was nervous, but also it was pretty low stakes for me because I was like 100% convinced I was going to lose.
I remember that week very well because so I don't want to make any excuses.
I don't remember the week, but I remember the day. I'll talk about the day after we watch the match.
I remember specifically that week because I was for a few months really hyped for Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel, and that came out like the weekend of that match. And I literally just spent like the weekend before that match just playing Crash Team Racing because I'm a big Crash fan. I love that. I've always been hyped for any Crash game. So we've been playing I've just been playing that. Did not study at fucking all with this match.
I didn't know that.
So I like honestly went into it just like I'm playing the 32 seed. I have to win this, right? Like my reputation. Not only is I didn't really think the fact that like. There's no way that a 32 seed could win could beat an upset like that. But I just was like going into like, yeah, Ethan seems cool. Like I think I watched a couple matches, like classic matches, and was just like, okay, so he's good. I mean, I was even back then like, this guy's a 32 seed, but also I didn't know how the play-ins worked. But I remember that weekend just because do you remember what you picked for strengths?
I remember one of them was tagline. Tagline.
Yes, yeah. That's what
I don't remember the other one. Though.
That's what Jake spun.
Jake. Jake spun. Spoiler alert for everyone watching, but yes.
Who hasn't seen this Warzone match of the year?
But yeah, I can't remember what the other one was.
I can't even remember what I picked. I must have picked Oscars and directors, or just
you
something
picked Resident
really.
Evil. I know
that's
that
right,
for a
yeah.
fact because I spent
Okay.
the whole week leading up to that. I was like, you know what? If I'm gonna play number 1 seed, I'm gonna study. I watched all fucking 6 of those movies, front to back, noted all of them, and I studied my ass off for those movies, and it was a miserable experience.
And you created the Bella Boomerang, as we find out in I can't remember what, I don't know which match. But yeah, we'll get. I guess we'll get more into that. But that
Is
is
it like
that's something.
Jacoby or something? Okay, whatever.
I think it was Chavez.
I think it was Chavez or
Yeah,
Dustin. And we'll get more into that tournament as we get into the match. But yeah, I must have picked Oscars and Resident Evil. But yeah, that match did no studying. Resident Evil, I just have like casual knowledge of it. I'll just go into it and see what happens. So when the match happens, it's like, man, I'm a little nervous, but yeah, I think we've got enough. Oh, I think Bar, because co-hosted the match with Boat, so good taglines.
Yeah, you could tell I was a rookie because one of my strengths was fucking taglines.
But we'll get more into it. I think we've got the contest ready. You were just like, yeah, I'm ready to play. I'm gonna play. Then I want to see how well I do.
I fucked up actually. I said the number 31 seed. I remember this because I was like, I can't believe I so embarrassing in my promo. I said the 31 seed, but I knew who it was. I knew you were number 1.
Okay, well, I think we all have done like embarrassing pre-match stuff in the past. I know. I have.
No.
Mike was perfect. I mean, Michael's always good. Like he was just last season. He was just like,
I've learned just don't say anything.
I'll just let Cody talk and just
don't have anything. Don't even show up on screen.
Yeah. But I think we're ready. Let's get into the match. I think this is gonna be good. I remember specifically this being like the last StreamYard match that I ever recorded.
Get these two competitors in
The last what? Google Hangout.
Introducing
Google Hangout.
Yeah,
I said StreamYard. I meant Hangout.
Warzone debut. He is Ethan, the Big Easy Beller.
Okay, so do you still live in this house apartment?
I do not.
There you
This
go.
is a different
Let's do it.
apartment that I'm in now.
And I don't live with my parents anymore, so
We're moving on.
both. Yeah.
4 wins, 2 defeats.
So
Representing
Jake is the 1
Fellowship,
seed with a record of 4 wins and 2 defeats. That's kind of hilarious.
the Maestro.
Wait, pause it for a second.
Maringoni.
So I just had come off of the singles title match against Jeremy, which he won and all that sort of stuff. So, and it had been a while because I think we recorded that in like February, March. I think it was like a week before the Oscars match that Jeremy and I were in. But I remember this specifically being the match after like the title match, and that's why I was the number 1 seed. But like, yeah, 4 and 2. That's that you get like you're like the 11th seed or 12th
Yeah,
seed.
it's crazy.
Because I'm trying to think, was there anyone who was 4 and 2 going into this tournament? I know last year Chavez was 4 and 2. He was like the 5th seed.
I
or the 6th
assume
seed,
some other big
like that.
records would be like Dom and Dustin, probably Matt.
Yeah.
Maybe. Yeah. I think that's
I'm trying to
probably
think of anyone else. But yeah, no, it's crazy just looking back at like how small the records were.
Yeah.
It also shows you how crazy it changed because it's like
Now that everyone is
remember Hardy Boric was the 5th seed.
That's fucking crazy.
1 or something, you know? So weird.
Or piece of paper if you prefer, and if you get all 8 of them correct,
Oh, I
you
should
get
probably
that
get rid of the
bonus
context
question.
sign.
I was so nervous for this, like when we were playing, when we started up.
I was also like really nervous. Like round 1, I was like really like focused into this. It's like I gotta outscore Ethan. That's what I got.
Actors and actresses. And your question is,
I haven't watched this
who
match in
plays
ages, so
Ash
these round 1
in the
questions will be.
franchise?
It's been a bit.
How long do you think you would last in that universe?
Forgot Andrew was
I am
co-hosting this
very
one too.
fragile and
Well, there's a big
so
announcement at
very
the end of
long.
this match. Which do you remember that?
No.
Is it just
Oh,
that they're a
wow.
team? Is it?
Is it the
It's
team?
yeah, it's a team.
Now
Yeah.
let's start with
Oh,
Jack.
okay. I forgot about that. So long ago.
Even back then,
Classic
I
Jake
feel that-
referencing a different movie,
Hell to the king, baby. Bruce Campbell.
and then Ethan actually referencing the relevant franchise.
Yes.
Of course.
anything with Spider-Man in it, you know. I
All
got
right,
it.
boys. Your second question comes in the realm of directors. How many movies
Yeah,
I
has
agree.
Robert De
Exactly.
Niro directed?
So I almost fucked this question up.
This isn't doing any favors.
Well, I don't see anyone else here.
Oh,
Because I definitely.
Do you
thought it
guys
was
miss the
like-
same question?
5,
Because I know you
We
both
both
go
got the
7
same
for
question.
7.
3,
We both go 7
Yeah.
2.
Because the answer's 2, right?
Hands
I think it's
down.
2.
I think it
This
says
Boy's
2.
Life and The Good Shepherd, right?
Yeah.
2.
That is correct, Jake.
Yeah.
Wow, announcing that it's correct after the
Okay.
first answer. That's
Yeah. I
different.
almost thought it was 3 and like, am
Your
I
next
forgetting
question
something?
is going to come in the realm of westerns. Who portrayed Texas Ranger Laboeuf in the 2010 version of True Grit?
For some reason, I
Favorite
thought
brother.
I was really hoping you would miss
I
this
would
question.
agree.
Like I thought that maybe it was like tricky, like you wouldn't remember Matt Damon in True Grit.
I
For
might
some
have
unknown
not been
reason.
positive it was Matt Damon. Maybe like I thought maybe it was Josh Brolin, but I feel like
2,
because I really like this movie.
1.
Oh yeah.
Okay, pens down. Let's start with Ethan.
Is it Matt Damon?
That is correct, Jake.
How you like them apples, Matt Damon?
Back when I was referencing other movies, that like,
All right.
How do you like
Very
them?
good, guys. Your next question comes in the category
also I'm like on
of
like a 2-second delay, which is really
drama.
annoying.
drama.
You say color?
The category that you saved for your
Oh
mom.
wow, this is
A lot of
not
cuts, a lot of edits.
Like, this is real back.
We were
back
all
when-
waiting for bated breath. How does Jim Carrey's Peter Appleton
Oh, I remember this
in
question.
the Majestic?
This is just a car crash, right, or some shit.
Yeah,
Complete
no
guess.
I
clue.
have not
No
Absolute
idea.
guess. Yeah,
I'm familiar
I just remember
This is
going.
a fun
Yeah,
moment.
okay. Ethan's gonna get this, and I'm just gonna get it wrong.
like Jim Carrey.
I thought the
That's
same
easy.
thing.
I like him a lot, actually.
Someone
Here we
did go
go.
pew pew when Weston came up or something. I forget who it
I
was.
think it was
3,
Bar.
2,
Okay.
1.
That sounds like
Pens
a
down. Let's start with Jake
I don't know, car crash.
and Ethan.
I don't know. Car crash?
Both of you are correct. You
Oh.
it was a car crash.
All right.
Oh,
Just
they're
a
on the
tip
same
for anyone
wavelength.
else.
This is gonna
If
be
it's
a good
round
match.
one and it's something about
so far, a
accident,
very
just
fair
guess
An
car
accident,
crash.
yeah.
Like
It's always
80% of the time,
in the
you'll be right.
category of Science fiction, and your question is, who directed Scarlett Johansson?
Do you remember the question you guys missed? I'm trying to remember.
I have no idea.
It was some
Oopsie.
sports
This is the one about,
question. Like,
Oh,
it was, I think it was a
I
new
do remember.
release.
It was the
Yeah.
what sport does like
That one.
the I don't remember what the name of the movie is take place. Like what's the main sport or whatever? and I
Olympic
think-
sport, I think it was.
I thought the answer was like volleyball or something or
it is
football.
volleyball. I don't
Oh,
remember.
is it the
movie.
big year one with fucking?
That
Is it
correct,
like
Ethan.
Luke
the legendary season or something like
Something
that?
like that, yeah.
Something.
I had
Yeah.
seen that trailer in a movie.
Because that would
theater.
have been like a
Question.
new release.
I was
this
so
one.
pissed I missed that one.
Yeah, I think it
Of
was a
comedy.
release.
Do it with me, folks.
Ah.
Finish this quote
That's
from Galaxy Quest. By Grabthar's hammer,
I thought I screwed this one up.
blank.
It's like I've seen the movie a
Miracle
decent
Season.
amount of times.
Is that Miracle
Miracle
Season?
Season. I think that's what it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
This was I gotta be honest. This was like I got lucky with this round one because like it was like I've had some rough round ones, but this one was like right at my wheelhouse.
I don't either.
But the fact that it was going both our ways, I was getting nervous.
Let's
Like
start
shit,
with
he's getting the same rad as me.
Avenged.
Oh, I wasn't. I was like, I'm gonna have a good round one, I guess, and then Jake's gonna fucking destroy me.
All right, both of our competitors still going at it. Hit
Was
for
not
hit.
confident with that question.
Okay, and your next question is going to come in the category
Yeah, that
of
was the-
remakes and reboots. What 1971 Dustin
Okay, yeah.
Hoffman thriller?
Straw
was
dogs, you just
remade
get it from
in
that.
2011?
Wow, we almost both had perfect rounds. That's crazy.
Yeah, it really
I think
is.
Dustin
Oh, yeah, so it
Hoffman
comes to my
has
last question then.
most
Crazy.
credits on the AFI 100.
I just honestly, I didn't even know there was a
That
remake of Straw
makes
Dogs
sense.
starring James Marsden. of all
Samuel L.
people.
Jackson.
Oh,
I was
really?
like,
You just went based on the year? And
I just based on
Hoffman?
Dustin Hoffman Thriller. I was like, it's not marathon. It could have been
I mean, that is
marathon.
true.
Then? I'll say Straw
That's
Dogs.
a good-
Hands down.
But back then, I was like, I wasn't sure on the release date.
Yeah,
Straw dogs?
I had
Classic
known
racing
about the
t-shirt.
remake before I knew about the
Straight
original.
And
Yeah.
they are still perfect going into the final question.
Wow.
I said
Okay.
marathon man. Maybe that was
Ooh, good one, but no. But you still got it right anyway.
Thanks, bud.
All right, boys. Your final question is in sports movies.
Okay.
The 2018 film The Miracle Season. Is
Never
about
even heard
a
this movie.
team that tries to
I saw the trailer in
Depth
theaters,
of
and
their star player and
I should have gotten this right, but I completely
What sport
forgot.
does the team play? Sports.
For some reason, I thought it was Olympic.
Yeah, this
It's just
is
weird that
something
volleyball would be,
maybe
like, for
now
round
after
one,
gym
like-
class, right?
It's
I just don't know how
very
you could
I
play
it's
volleyball.
new
Yeah,
release. Like,
yeah,
it's,
that's sports. That's every sport ever. And go in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Pens down.
No, I think I have a bad guess.
It had to be sports. Running.
No, I'm sorry, that's incorrect. Ethan.
Football.
that's why you're thinking Olympic because you put an Olympic sport like
Running.
running.
I put running, yeah. For some reason I thought it was
You had to
Olympic.
take
Like
some-
Miracle Season sounded.
Yeah.
I mean,
something.
volleyball is an Olympic sport. Like,
Yeah.
Oh,
But like
not
a
really.
movie about a high
Beach
school volleyball team. I don't know.
Volleyball.
Who cares?
Volleyball.
Okay, that sounds like a fake movie.
Yeah.
Okay, well, still, both competitors are tied at 7 points. That is
See,
very,
I don't feel
very,
good.
very
Going into round
yeah,
two.
one
I
beef
felt
got
good.
two.
How,
I was like, wow, this is going better than it should be.
our wheel round. You're going to get 10 different categories on our lovely wheel from
I was very worried though
wheelside.com.
because I knew if I hit Oscars or
And
something,
you're
I
gonna
was
get
like
to
complete.
spin
I was
once.
done.
If you like what you spin, you can keep it, or you can spin once, but then you have to keep whatever you spin the second time. You're going to get 5 questions in whatever category you get, and if you get it right the first time, you get 2 points. If you go to multiple choice, you get 1 point.
The answer
or
is
if you
no,
get wrong, the
but
other
Not me.
person gets a chance to
No.
steal. So, Jake, you are the higher ranked competitor in this scenario. So, would you like to spin or defer? But before you will make that decision, I will give you what is on this lovely wheel tonight. We have recent releases, pirate movies,
That comes up.
Resident
Yeah.
Evil,
Yeah.
which is Jake's strength, Spinner's Choice, A24, which is Ethan's strength.
Oh,
A24. That's an interesting.
I completely forgot
What made
to do that.
Movie taglines.
What made you pick
opponent's
A24?
choice.
I just had I mean it was like 2018, so it was way less than them, but I just really liked
Yeah.
A24, and I was like, I didn't know you, so I was like, maybe he won't know them. Like,
Round one.
That's one of those classic where, like, in retrospect, you like fucking dodged a bullet there.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm.
And it's going to land in the
Ugh.
realm of
did the fake spin bad?
action adventure. Would you like to keep that or spin again?
This is back when neither
What'd you-
like there was
did
no
you do-
managers.
what'd you say?
and
You
shit.
did that.
I did the fake spin. I better not do it again. I don't know if I did it when I respun.
And look here and
2019
spin again.
was a different
Don't
time.
do it.
And
Oh, I did it again. God damn it.
pirate movies. Pirate movies. This will be
So I don't think this is a category that
Wow.
you would find just randomly.
question in
Oh,
No, this is back
No,
when
not
like
anymore.
they were doing the
What?
full metal
I
thing
don't
of
know
just
No.
yeah, anything.
Let's
Really
see,
random
pirates.
good.
Here we
I
go.
remember being worried
pirate
too because I was
movie.
like, this could go.
Perfect.
You know, I haven't seen
It
that many
should,
pirate
yeah.
movies.
Your
Should be
first
happy.
question in the category of pirate movies. Who
Hacking.
plays Smee to Dustin Hoffman's Captain Hook in 1991's Hook?
Bob Hoskins.
To know,
That is correct.
I mean, obviously the way match goes, I know you guys both do really well. So it's
All right, your next question. In Cutthroat Island, Gina Davis
This is
stars
deep.
as
This is
Morgan
a
Adams,
deep
the
question.
captain of a
Yeah.
ship named what?
This is a tough one.
yeah.
I mean, I still haven't seen Cutthroat Island. So
All
it's
right,
like,
your
I
multiple
haven't
choice
seen it
choices are A, the Black
The
Swan,
classic Ethan Tick drinking the water bottle every time there's
Yes.
multiple choice. So repeat. Yeah.
Anytime I was nervous.
We all have it. Yeah.
Total guess in this one.
Let's go with the Morning Star.
That's correct for 1 point.
That's true. I noticed that, Scott.
Your
My
next
hands did go
question
below
in the
screen.
category of pirates.
I was Googling.
Match is invalid. It's off the record now.
cancel it, cancel it.
What does Wesley say happened to the
I
previous
feel like
Dread Pirate
in
Robert?
another match, someone might have challenged my answer here because I gave a really long-winded answer when it should have been way
I was gonna
simpler.
say, I'm pretty sure you like
Mm.
you complicate it more than it needed to
Oh, yeah.
be. From what
Way
I remember.
more.
How specific do you want me to be on this one?
This is the magic word.
Semi-specific.
Where's Timber
Like,
Color?
if you get it right, if you know it, you know it.
Okay, so like the previous Dread Pirate Roberts leaves to like live a different life, and then Wesley becomes the Dread Pirate Roberts because they keep a cycle of
Leaves to live a different life, aka
He
retire.
leaves.
Retire.
Yeah. Okay.
Retired.
I mean,
Yeah, retire.
that was exactly what it was. It's like, there's no way I
I
could
think that's
change.
fair enough, though.
Yeah, that we will.
You just explained like what retire.
I know. I
is.
could just use the fucking
Gave
one
the
word.
You couldn't even add it. It goes off to Florida.
In
Like,
Captain Phillips, How many Somali
I think this is a
pirates
good.
were
Like, I can't believe you actually went for it for the 2.
I think because I had seen this in theaters and like I just remember very specifically like maybe I was between 4 or 5. I don't remember, but I feel like I need to go for these ones because if I don't, you're gonna beat me anyway.
We're repeating 5.
I think you asked for it.
No, that was me telling my girlfriend to turn the light back on.
In Captain Phillips, how
Like some
many Somali
host
pirates
shit going
board
on.
the ship?
I'm gonna say 4.
That is correct for 2 points.
Yeah, you can tell he's nervous after that because he goes straight for the bottle. He's like, 4 or 5.
Yeah.
All right. Your final question.
I should have got multiple on that one.
Are in Treasure Planet, who voiced Captain Neal?
Yeah, this is like the trainer.
Yeah, if you turn the light off,
he
it meant
gets
4.
there.
I was like kind of really hoping you'd miss this question.
In Treasure Planet. Did I say island?
You didn't say the movie.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh my god, fucking bar!
I
Come
thought I
on.
heard Treasure Planet. Or,
Oh, but now my
yeah. I'm gonna go with Emma Thompson.
That is correct for 2 points.
Yeah,
Disney
we
Cruise.
really wanted to get that round.
I wasn't sure about that one either.
And
I hadn't seen them in a really long
impressive
time.
round from Ethan there.
Thank you, Andrew.
9
Getting a
points
whole
in
lot
like
of points
pirate
that
movies.
brings his
That's
score up
again,
to
that
I was
that basically
like,
means
okay,
Jake has to go
at the end of
9
that
at
round.
least just to
But
tie. Like, that's
Jake
pretty
has a
fucking
chance
crazy
to
for
come back
1v32.
I fuck up here though. This is my first mistake.
Yeah,
In
because
this lovely
Jake's
wheel
been
now.
something.
Jake, your spin
Yeah.
is
Do I spin
away.
before I spin opponents? Do I think
Action
action
adventure.
adventure? Like, yeah.
And you landed on the category of action adventure. Would you
Honestly,
like to
I don't
spin
know.
again?
I feel like I could have taken it.
I was surprised when you
But even
responded.
back then. I was just really.
Because you
looking
seem
for
like
strength,
someone
'cause I
who
just
would,
knew
like,
that
know.
I'm down 9 points. So it's like I've got
Okay.
to go for
Right.
strength.
And this will be your spin. And it'll land on the category of
No, what I was expecting.
opponent.
This very much mirrors the match we did versus Pain and Gain.
Pain and
Like,
Gain.
Opponent's
Yeah,
choice, like era that we
Well,
did.
We did spin away from action adventure. I'll give him taglines.
I shouldn't have done
Not
the
even
water
A24
sip.
even. Or did you just
I know.
that
I don't know
you
why.
found it?
I don't know why I gave you taglines. I think because I thought like at least I'll probably be able to steal like any misses, but
You can't
I
really
don't
like
know.
study
First
it.
question in the
necessarily,
realm.
yeah.
Yeah,
of
you can't
movie
study it.
taglines.
I don't know if you'll be able to see it, but I remember I started freezing up during this one, like my Wi-Fi, and I was so worried that if you missed one, I wouldn't get to steal it.
Feel better about yours.
So, can you pause it, please?
That is correct for 2 points.
So I only knew that one because that was
There-
us
there's a
in the
reason-
showdown match. I just
Yeah,
that was
the,
Ethan's
the
five-
Ethan Dan
Ethan
match.
Irwin's
the
5-pointer
Ethan Dan
against
match
Dan.
in New York.
Right.
in New York.
I was at that
Yeah.
match in New York too, so I think I remember
Oh,
that.
really?
I was like, this is yeah.
And that's honestly like one of my all-time favorite Showdown matches. So it's just like any details like that I'm gonna know. But that's
Yeah.
literally why
Yeah.
I do it. So it's just like sweet, good, and guaranteed 2 points there.
All right. Your next question. What 90s movie tagline was when he said I do, he never said what
This
he
is a
did?
good tagline, and like this is.
I was actually very happy that I just kind of figured it out based on
True Lies.
because it's one of those
That is
that like
correct for 2 points.
it was,
What was it?
True Lies.
True
True
Lies.
Lies.
It's like in hindsight, it's like oh yeah, but like to be able
Your
to
next
put that
question in the realm
together.
of taglines is what 1998's film tagline was Earth? It was fun while it lasted.
Armageddon.
That is correct
So
for 2 points.
It could have been Deep Impact, just based on the fact
Yeah.
that it's true. Like,
And your
They were
next
trying to
question
get you
in
there.
the realm of taglines is
but I was like, Armageddon's a little
what
goofy.
movie's
So.
tagline was
Yeah,
the
it's
movie
super
was
goofy.
fake, the mission was
This is
real.
an easy one.
I'll go.
That is correct for 2 more points.
I was so pissed. You can see me like fuck. I shouldn't.
And
I've made a mistake.
of the round. What 80s war film tagline was?
I was very happy with this
The
one because
first casualty
I'm a big fan of
war
Platoon.
is innocence.
Yeah.
Platoon.
You can see me like finishing off because I've got the little poster in the back of my
Yeah.
my room, so a little bit of lucky on that one.
Bravo.
I was
I don't
also
think I
feeling
would've
like
gotten
really
it.
good at this point because it's like 10 for 10. I've got the lead now, like on opponent's choice. I was just like,
And this
holy
is
shit.
when
Awesome
this is before you were allowed to pick strengths in round
Oh, yeah.
3.
Is
So
that
you
right?
just had to choose what you were fucking
I'm
given,
very
and
excited
that's
to see what
and that would,
happens in our
I think,
pick
would play a
your
big
points
factor
in the round of who
in the
the
match.
are going to pick.
Doesn't show it for a lot of matches back then.
The 6 categories.
I mean, I think it's still today.
Family
Not
films,
as much.
2010s, musicals, dramas, westerns, and Robert Downey Jr. We're gonna let them pick our
Robert Downey
categories
Jr.
right now, and
Yeah,
we'll get back to
that's
you with
crazy.
their picks.
What a choice.
Okay, well, this is very interesting.
Wait, can you pause it, please,
Players
Mike?
have chosen what they want for their 1, their 2, their 3, and their 4.
So, I mean, I guess we'll actually. I was gonna say, can we hear the?
As I said, are you about to talk about what you chose as 3 at the round?
Yeah.
Because I'll just blow.
Because I honestly just completely forgotten. Could you? Yeah, let's just.
Jake has picked his 1 in the category of westerns, his 2 in the category of drama, his 3 in the category of Robert Downey Jr., and his 4 in the category of 2010. Ethan has picked his 1 pointer in the category of family, his 2 pointer in the category of Robert Downey Jr., his 3 in 2010s, and his 4 in drama.
Okay. I'm trying to think of what my thought process was with those categories. None of them really shine.
I mean, it's
to
not
me
the
as far as,
best,
like I could just pick it as a 4.
grouping.
Yeah.
Because
I'm surprised I chose Robert Downey Jr. too. I feel like I wouldn't even do that now.
Because I took it as a.
I was probably
3,
chose family
and I think I
at
just
1.
Yeah, me too. I don't know why I did.
Even though 1's easy, but like,
Yeah.
You never know, like the situation. But I think I just chose 2010s because like I've seen like a good chunk of 2010s movies. Hopefully, like it's a movie that I've seen.
I mean, out of those,
we'll get more
I think
onto
that's
that
definitely,
later.
That's definitely like the best choice out of those categories.
Yeah,
because it's
for
like
sure.
if you had to choose, then choose drama.
I would have
which is
chosen
definitely
2010s if
made,
he didn't
but-
choose it
Mm.
for.
Yeah.
Oh, that makes me feel a lot better
So I will
now.
be giving Ethan, since he is 1 point behind Jake.
But I mean, I
his
picked
one
RDJ for the
pointer
3. I just thought, well, I know his
family
films
first.
well enough
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Ethan,
because like
your 1
Avengers
pointer
movies.
in the realm of family films
Right.
is what 1982 puppet film would you find?
I thought this was kind of tough for a 1
Gelflings.
Yeah, a little bit. Yeah,
because it's like you just gotta know like
That is correct for
race the species and all that.
right. That is kind of tough for a 1 pointer.
Okay, so that
It's also like
does,
debatably family. It's like, you know, it's like fantasy, but I guess it is kind of family.
Andrew,
A little
would you
darker
like to
family.
take Jake's 1 pointer in the category of westerns.
Yes, I would. So your 1 pointer category.
yeah. Jake was in the Fellowship, and there was someone
I
missing.
was in the Fellowship even back then. I just didn't have
Bad and
Cody on.
ugly.
Sergio Leone,
Like, my favorite Western of all time.
favorite Western of all time.
There we go.
Nice.
In the category of Robert Downey Jr.
Good to know your opinions haven't changed in like 3 years.
No, yeah.
Tim Allen stars with Robert Downey Jr.
Ah, right.
But remake
Okay.
of
Oh,
I
yeah.
remember this now.
You even saw this in the theater.
Shaggy
Come
Dog,
on,
which I
man.
saw in theaters when I was a kid.
I
Yeah.
also thought,
Well-
and that is correct.
Terrible movie. That was one of those early movies
I
where
gotta
like
say is-
movies can be terrible.
Yeah.
All right. So, Jake, your 2-point question in the category of drama. What drama
Sorry,
is
never mind.
what drama is based on the Upton Sinclair novel Oil?
Another
Classic.
favorite.
Also one of my favorites.
You fucking said the thing.
Yeah.
That is correct.
I kind of wish that I picked drama for the 3. Like,
Man, these two
I think
are
I was just more worried like it would
back
just be
and
like a
forth,
movie.
back and forth.
Yeah.
Like, would nobody even know like I like dramas?
Okay.
That'd be a
That's
movie.
Ethan.
Yeah, there's a good chance when you pick drama, you get a movie.
2010 movie.
Yeah, you know.
2010. Ethan.
That's usually what I hope for 3 pointers is that it's a movie.
A movie. Yeah.
Who plays Jodie Foster's and Mel Gibson's
So-
son? in
So wait, okay.
I'll be honest,
Can
did
we
not know
pause
this
on
at the
one?
time.
Yeah, I was very pissed about this because
But-
I went to Sundance that year and I saw Love Antosha, the Anton Yelchin documentary. So
Oh,
I knew during this question, I was like, I know this answer. This is somewhere in my brain. But for some reason, I couldn't pull it. And I was like so pissed because I was like, I found this out. And I like, it was like a couple months before that or a few months before that or whatever. And I was so pissed I missed this one.
Wow. Yeah, I at the time I had no clue. I didn't even see the Beaver. Now I have because Michael and I spammed the fuck out of Jennifer Lawrence.
Yeah.
But
4,
it's like okay.
3.
I still haven't even seen this movie, but I knew that answer somewhere. But
Repeat.
Okay.
that's why you can tell I'm just so annoyed at myself.
You're like, where did I hear this? Where did I hear this? Where did I
Where
hear
is
this?
it in my brain?
Yes.
In the Beaver. Porter is the son's name.
Yeah,
And then
like
it's
Porter's
like
gonna
Gabe
help. Yeah, so-
Nicholas Holt.
That
No,
is
not a bad guess, to be
incorrect.
honest.
Not a terrible guess. No.
thought so.
There's the Jennifer Lawrence connection.
Yeah.
Anton Yelchin.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. So here's the situation.
So I felt
Ethan
kind of
must
good
get
at
this
that point
question in order
because
to
I
send it back
he's
to
probably
Jake.
going to miss the 4
If
pointer,
he does
right?
not hit it,
I also
then
thought I was
Jake
probably going to miss the
wins.
4
Well,
pointer.
if you hit the
As a
3,
competitor
you're at
has
least
something
tie.
to hang their
So
head low about.
yeah, now
If it doesn't go, you can
if he hits the
quit.
4, so it's like
Oh
okay.
yeah. Yeah. Well,
Your 4-pointer, category of dramas, Ethan. In Silver Linings Playbook,
another J Lo.
what food does the family say they always make on game day?
So I had seen this movie like months before this match because it was like I think it was a deep cut question in Full Metal, and you
Yeah.
just guess it like what? Oh my god!
Alright, so-
I totally thought you used a repeat. To be
No,
honest,
I also did too. I'm surprised I didn't. I think that it was because I had seen the movie, but I like in theaters and not since then, so I didn't remember at all. But I guess my thought process was like, what's like it's all I could think of was lasagna, like a big like tray food or something that you'd make for a family.
Yeah.
Like it's the only thing that came to my mind. And I think I say something about Garfield in the post match, but yeah, lasagna was on my mind.
like yeah, Garfield's gonna help you with silver
Lasagna.
It just-
For 4 points!
Holy shit! Are you kidding? me?
R.I.P. headphone users.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So when I hear that, I'm like, fuck, that's great for me. Like,
Did you know that
guess
answer,
it's
Jake?
four. No, that's what I was gonna say. Like I'd seen the
That's
movie
one of the
like
biggest
for deep
differences
cuts.
I've
I
ever
don't
seen in
fucking
my
remember that
life.
detail.
Yeah,
That one. Like
Oh my
All right.
I don't know. So yeah,
All right.
but like I was a completely
All right.
different player
Jake?
back then,
Are you
Yeah,
ready for
of
your
course.
3-point question?
which I'll get to.
Before we go, what's the score?
It is Ethan with 23 points and you with 20.
That's
Lots of
correct.
water sipping right now.
All right, all set?
Yeah, that's good.
All right. Your
Why did
third
I just
category
suddenly-
is
Kevin
Robert
Feige. I
Downey
assume it's
Jr.
probably a connection.
And your question
Yeah, it must be a
is,
connection because no one's.
Love how they're just continuing
Robert
and not like stopping.
stars with
There
Annette
we go.
Bening in what
This is a
1999
tough-
thriller?
Yeah, that's a hard one.
I had not.
And
didn't
Jake
even know that.
almost. Is this the one where you have the right movie, but
I have the right
wrong
director.
actors?
I have
Yeah,
the
that's
right
what it was.
director.
Because the same year, right? It was the
Same year,
release
and I
of-
just guessed End of the Affair because that's like I knew that came out in '99. I was like, I think that's a thriller. I don't know, but I
Five,
had no clue. Yeah,
This is hard for a 3-pointer.
3.
because it's what it's in dreams.
Repeat.
First
All right.
Yeah, I just no idea.
Robert Downey Jr. for your 3-pointer.
I'm just sitting here like there's no way he's
Robert
missing both of these
stars
questions.
with
There's
Annette
no way.
Bening in what 1999 thriller? Five.
Yeah, I'm losing it at this point. Like, shit, I'm gonna
The
miss.
end of an affair.
What?
The end of an affair. It's wrong.
That is incorrect. We were looking for In Dreams.
First time I ever heard what that movie was.
Yeah, I still
All
don't know what
right.
that movie is.
So it comes down to this.
And the two people in this community have
Your
that mark on
4-point
Letterboxd, which is Mike
category.
and Brian. So the two people you
The two people who just watch
And if you
everything.
hit it,
Yeah,
you
of
win.
course.
If you don't, then win.
So yeah, the pressure is like
Question
Oh,
not
yeah,
what I
of course.
want.
what tarot card is used as an alias for Dave Franco?
I knew I had a chance here because I was like, that's a really fucking hard question.
The thing is, it's like tarot cards. Okay, like
Right.
what tarot cards has come into my head like at this moment? And it's a movie that I've seen. I've seen it like multiple times. That's the crazy thing.
Five,
It's like, it's not like it's an
four,
obscure movie or anything like
three,
that. It's just an obscure
two,
detail.
Yeah, very.
1. All right, that's your second repeat. In the category of 2010s, what tarot card is used as an alias for Dave Franco's Jack Wilder in Now You See Me?
I was like losing at this point. I was like, there's no way I'm getting this right. I don't know what I can guess. I think the Fool is like that's a tarot card that I know, but it's like
5,
That was like the only thing I
What
could think of
else?
too.
3, 2,
Repeat.
1. That's your final repeat.
Yeah, he's like, fuck.
In the category of 2010s, what tarot card is used as an alias for Dave Franco's Jack Wilder in Now
Do you reckon that
You
was
See Me?
on purpose, Jack Wilder, like Billy Lemon? They named some character Billy Lemon.
Oh god, I'd hate that. That probably is. That sounds
Probably.
That sounds like it could be.
5, 4,
It's the inevitable.
2, 1.
A fool.
And your winner, Ethan the Big Easy Ballard.
Oh my god! Wow.
The correct answer
Does it feel okay, Jake,
was
to
death.
It's
relive this moment?
It's been 2 years. It's weird going back to it, but it's like wow.
Right.
It
Wow.
definitely sucked.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm
This
sure.
is one of the best matches we've
It
ever
felt pretty good
had.
for me, I'll say.
Yeah.
This is up there with Sean Sandberg versus Brian Michaels. This is one of the best matches we've ever had. And it ended in what I think most people will probably consider
That's
a
fair.
big upset. The 32 seed
Just a
taking
little.
down the number 1 seed, but Jake has nothing to hang his head low.
Not at
about.
all.
Had he been playing a different player, he might have gotten home with the win. I think Ethan just put everybody on notice. I think
And
now
that's very true.
this is going
And
to
I
be
did not
very
capitalize on
interesting
that
moving
notice.
forward.
Well, I mean, I think it would have been
Yeah,
more
Andrew,
if you had lost the
let's see
next
how our
match. But the fact that you
competitors are feeling in the
didn't,
post-match
like you
Right.
beat Antonio. I think you beat him by
by KO him.
TKO. It's not. Yeah, I think
It was
you
either
TKO.
KO or
one of the best
TKO,
matches
yeah.
I've ever
It was
seen.
one of those, but yeah,
in
like
any
the
of
fact that
these,
you
you
like
put
won
up
that match.
one hell of
Yeah.
a match. How are you feeling?
I'm feeling fine. It's
No, I'm not.
Arrested Development
How the
music.
hell Ethan
He
was
was not
playing
feeling
this,
fine.
honestly. Like,
I was worried about what you'd
Guys,
say. I was like, oh god, is he gonna like rip me
Ethan and
apart?
playing Flashback. I knew once he was the 32, so it's like, yeah, I definitely didn't think he deserved that spot, and yeah, he proved it today. Yeah, he it's just, I think luck
Kind words.
really, like, as it came down to the fact with those round 3, and I don't know tarot cards at all. I saw Now You See Me a couple of times, and yeah, I just don't know tarot cards. Yeah, it's just, that's how it is. I knew kind of when I found out that I was going to be playing Ethan that I was kind of in a lose-lose situation. If I win, it's like, oh, well, he was supposed to win because he was the number 1 seed, and if I lose, it's like, oh, well, it's the biggest upset out. So I wasn't really put in a good situation there. But yeah, no, it's just, it came down to those last 2 questions. I just had no idea.
Well, once again, you shouldn't hold your head in shame at all. You did an amazing job. We're definitely going to see you in future matches. You're going to climb your
I think
way
that
out of
also
this. I
a big part
promise
of why
you
that
will.
stung is that it not only was it round 1, but it's just that I wasn't
And
going to be
let's
able
go
to
over
play
to our
for
winner.
like a while.
Ethan,
for like
how
a
are
couple
you
months,
feeling?
just like going through the
Busting
tournament.
brackets
Yeah.
everywhere. Like the heads of the people with the chips from Kingsman, the Secret Service.
I feel great, man. But I gotta say, like, that was an incredible match, and like Jake said, like he saw me at 32, and he was like, he knew he would have a match. I did not know I was gonna have a match. I was ready to lose. I was ready to like see Jake just knock me out in the second round, and I just like he's also like a real class act of a player. So I had a blast playing with him, and
Tell
you
you
know, I
can
would
do
love
really
to play
good
with him
actor.
again someday because this one came down to the wire. I have to thank Garfield for that 4-point question I got with the lasagna, because that's what I was thinking of when I said lasagna. And yeah, no, I can't believe.
Imagine Jake, the
that
number
that
1
happened,
seed,
you know,
being
I'm
knocked
just
out
happy to
like
have
your
won this
opponent's
one,
thinking
and here I go.
Garfield in the first match.
Yeah.
Listen, that was very.
Jake
that was
started seeing
very
Garfield
brave.
everywhere after that
Garfield
match.
is a great
Yeah.
player, a very strong player. I do have one thing to say.
Oh, here we go.
I got a call recently, and someone whispered into my ear that you were looking for a partner.
Jake, did you hate us right now? Or are you just like, shut the fuck up,
that's pretty
guys?
I was a little bit like this
Jake,
fucking
it
Ethan
was
guy and
my ear.
Bob teaming
Said
up
that
after I just
you were looking
lost.
for a
Like,
partner.
what the fuck?
Oh, did they now?
They may have.
Because you're just, I could see you just sitting there.
You
You're
should
probably just
form
like,
it.
guys, what are we doing?
But, we should make this.
I just didn't want to be here for this. Like, I'm just
Yeah,
just
of course.
lost. Like,
All right, that's it. Cult Classics is coming to you. Once
He had the fucking
teams
shirt ready.
matches
As well.
start
he
up
was ready.
again.
Yeah.
It's official now.
Oh man.
Coming at you live from
Jake,
Multiplex.
this legit
Cult
looks so
Classics is
miserable.
coming.
It's amazing.
Watch it out. Caleb, back to you at the desk.
Wow, it's almost like you guys.
We
planned
should
that.
like
That
just.
was
I just want to zoom in on just
No,
your.
Get Nazario to do
Totally,
like a
yeah, totally
sad Hulk
improv,
music.
like,
Do,
really.
do, do.
But seriously, folks, wow, just an incredible match.
He hasn't
I'm
moved his
surprised
position.
you're
I don't know if he's
upset.
frozen or if
I'm
he just
just-
hasn't moved.
I think I'm just
More-
holding that
what
position.
more
Like,
could
yeah.
you want?
Just thinking
We're
of like the
gonna see,
worst.
Sorry to like
scenario
laugh at
that
your
could
pain,
happen.
Jake, but it's just too funny to me.
In our plugs for
Oh yeah, I
the
hope we're far enough
match.
removed where we can
Our
laugh about
winner,
this.
Ethan.
Oh yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have Twitter. I got Instagram at.
Oh, and
Oh,
then
yeah,
we
we
do
do
like
it.
do our handles,
everyone's
like-
You know, just keep watching me here because I'm gonna keep playing.
Yeah,
This last year at Full Metal,
plugins and all
which
that.
hopefully I'll start singles debut soon too. So
I want to ask what Jake says.
And Jake.
Oh yeah, I don't remember.
You can find me on Twitter at Pretentious Hack, the PNH caps, and I'm also.
I even say the whole thing.
And in my
You find it
I'm not on Twitter. I'm not on Instagram. You can find me on Facebook if you really want to talk to me. And I'm also on Letterboxd. Easy to find. It's just my first and last name.
Still doesn't have
combined.
Letterboxd Pro,
First,
so,
letters
yeah.
of
I don't think you
What a
do
hack.
either, Ethan,
Capitalized.
right?
Yeah, and you
I
can
still
find
don't
me on
know this,
Letterboxd, Caleb Boatman. You
Get
can also
Pro.
find me hosting,
Awesome
writing, and
thoughts.
show running Movie Warzone here on the lovely Multiplex Entertainment YouTube channel. And find all the other good stuff we have on Multiplex Fandom.
I think that's all we need to say.
Yeah.
So
So-
yeah, I
So
think
I'll say, just so that happens, right? And then at 1 o'clock
Mm.
my time, the 24th of June, 2019, 1 o'clock
you've
my
got the
time,
message like already
get a-
ready.
I get a message saying, "Now I know how you felt losing to Goho." I'm like, "Why? What happened? Ha ha ha!" It's like, "Just lost my Warzone match to Ethan." I'm like, "Wait, really?" And then what happened? Like, and I'm like, I sort of didn't realize the moment. I was like, "Oh, that's gonna bust every bracket." And he's like, I'm just really mad losing in the moment. Won't play a long time, and then get a cut. And
Yeah.
he's like lasagna. And he gets tarot card. And then he sort of and he's just like, you can tell he's just like trying to talk it through.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's
I just
kind of
needed like
just fucking hilarious.
therapy. It was I just need to talk
Of
to
course.
someone because it's like I can't let this just build up.
I've done
And I
that
was-
before.
And that week, my family was flying out to Bali for the holidays.
Yeah.
So
And
it was
you
like,
went-
that
but-
was
but then
definitely
you
like
also,
on the back
you
of
went
my
and
mind.
got to see Parasite before everyone else.
I got to see
so that's
Parasite
sort of
before
a
everyone, so
silver
that helped.
silver
and that's
lining,
like-
no pun intended.
you have your ups and downs, but that definitely was like in the back of my head, like shit. I still lost to Ethan. Like, how'd that fucking happen? Like,
I do remember, like, you were sort of just in Bali, like, while the tournament was going on, just like chilling. So you weren't having to play any matches or study any matches or anything like that. So.
which was kind of a good
Yeah.
thing in that sense. Like,
Yeah.
But
It-
I remember, because
Yeah.
then you play Antonio in the next match.
Yeah.
And that's when I think you used Resident Evil in that match.
I did,
'Cause I know
yeah.
for a fact you used it against Dustin, but that's when the Bella Boomerang
Yeah.
started to become a thing. Was just using an opponent's strength in a previous match in another match, which is kind of just brilliant. Because I know
I'm surprised no one had done that before. I figured that would be like
Yeah.
a thing people did.
I don't know why, because I think Bo also did it against Kirk, because he played Kirk.
Well,
and
I
wanna
think
say
like
Kirk-
hardcore studying really sort of began with like this tournament of just like
this is when it
there's
really started.
32
And I was
people,
not.
like, I mean, this is the debut of Boatman in Warzone. Like sort of debut of
Kirk
a lot
as
of
well.
people. Like
Right.
Because like in that
'Cause-
tournament, it's Kirk, it's Sean, it's Jacoby, Antonio.
Because I remember Kirk played, I think, one of the Woods, either Michael or Andy, and he had just watched all the PTA, and that would come in handy for when Jake had to get a new partner for a Full Metal, and Boatman was
Yeah.
like, well, Kirk just studied all the PTA, you like PTA, so they just use PTA. So that's when all these new people came in and were like,
Yeah, this is what I was
using
referring to.
other
as-
people's strengths.
as Universal
Oh,
Monsters, because I
In
know
a
we both did it
legendary
against-
match.
yeah.
Which honestly,
where
if we get when we
Dustin
have
was
vote on,
mad.
I think the Dustin match is one that I'd like to. We could.
Oh, you
definitely
guys have to do that match.
do
I would
this.
love to watch that.
Yeah, that's
Dustin was
good.
not happy about
But and then, yeah, but I remember like I had a bit of a resentment against you after the
course.
match. Like,
Oh, did you? I mean,
I-
I could just
I'm
go search
notoriously
Ethan
very
in my
salty
in our
when it comes to
conversation
tournament
history.
losses.
It's fair,
Like,
fair
when it
enough.
Because when it comes to like, because I lost in the quarterfinals to Eli McCaig in the first Warzone tournament, which in hindsight that is probably my least favorite loss. Like that match sucks because it's like Eli's a very fandom player, and the fact that he went 3-0 in Warzone is just insane and shows you how crazy it was back then.
Different
but then
time,
like
man.
this loss sucked, but also like silver linings. I pun not intended. I played well. Ethan, you played well. Like it just came down to
it was a great match.
And then the Holtzman loss is just a crazy sudden death and like all that sort of stuff. Like it's
the thing that
it's gotten better.
The thing that also stung with this match is that every time you guys were about to play each other again, something happened. Like either Ethan lost or Jake lost or something happened. Like it literally happened like 4 times where you guys were about to play each other.
Because you guys played
and it just didn't happen because Jake was like so keen for the rematch.
I just wanted a rematch.
It finally happened like 2
I
days
think most
later or
people
some shit
like
that.
I'm sure Brian was just craving for a rematch against Menchaca in Warzone, and that unfortunately never happened. But it's like I just wanted to play Ethan in anything again. Like, and then
I remember Ethan at one point teams. I remember Ethan like loses one of those matches, and at one point it's just like, I'm sorry, Jake, you keep wanting to kick my ass, but like I keep losing. I remember you mentioned in one of the post-match interviews about that.
Because that was always on my mind too. I was like, if I win, I'm gonna have to play Jake again. But every time I lost, I was like, well, at least I don't have to play Jake again. I don't know about that, Bar.
No, I mean, especially
they're the greatest round 1, 3, and 4 team. We'll say that.
Absolutely, yeah. We'll talk about that off stage if we want to. But I remember also, I was not completely different player back during that tournament. Even just before the tournament and during the tournament, like I was not studying. I just was like, I'm going in to have fun and just to play and just see how I do. And even like back then, I was like, I really want to win a championship. Like that's always been a goal. And then after that match, a couple months later, Michael and I like deciding to team up, and then I had like my small little singles run at the end of the season. My whole mindset was completely different. It was like, okay, I got to study opponent's strengths. I got to study my strengths. I got to make sure that I am like ready for any question that they could ask. And like, so honestly, the loss has been a blessing in disguise, especially like in hindsight of like how the season ended and all that sort of stuff. But it's a match that for both of us is a defining moment.
For sure. And I remember after that match, like I noticed you just like cutting through people after that. You were like angry. You were just winning after match after match. I remember that.
Super focused.
I was like, damn, Jake's like he's coming back.
But then we settled the book. I mean, I don't know, maybe with the Leagueese. Like that run made me
you guys are a team.
Yeah, you did. You stopped us.
Yeah,
you did. You did end our run. That was a great match. Also, too. I mean, that was fun.
That's a match that we could definitely like. If you guys want it, like we could have Scott and you on. I know there's a couple other matches.
Oh, that'd be great. Yeah,
there's Leagueese matches that I honestly so want to talk about. But we can talk about them off air. But yeah, like we finally got to play, and I remember like I know this is going a little bit too long, and we're going on to like more stuff that's not this match specifically, but I do want to talk about it.
For sure.
When you guys were recording the match against Woodsboro's Finest, when you played Bowden and Thomas, I was literally watching it in my car, like on my way home, because I had to do some stuff. And Cody's messaging us, like the both of us, going, "Are you watching this live?" And this is going into round 3, and just like seeing how when they missed their 4, I just like literally shouted in my car, like, "Fuck yes, we finally do it! We finally get the match." And then
you're like Tom Cruise and Jerry Maguire there. I'm free.
Yeah. But that made me so fucking hyped, and then I sent you a GIF, and then it was like, yeah, let's bring it on.
Of course, yes, I do remember that. I was very excited. I was like,
Jake with these fucking. He did that with fucking Second Reel. After we won the tournament, he created a chat with Matt and Thomas, like, you get those belts ready because Daddy's coming again. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? He keeps doing.
I'm just fucking hungry. I just want a taste of vengeance. That's what's going on.
Yeah, but I could tell it was friendly. It was friendly at that point. Jake was like, "Let's do this. Like, we got it. It's time."
It started off a little bit antagonistic, but it had been even back then. Like it was over a year ago, so it was just like
it always like it was like that with Redshaw, where Jake was like a little bit like, fuck you. But then I just need
time with people. You know, sometimes, especially with a loss, that sucks because it's like I'm friendly with you. I'm friendly with Holtzman. I'm friendly with Redshaw.
We also have Cody whispering in your ear for like a year and a half that it was a fluke. Every chance he can fucking say it.
He was the one that really. I was never really like going like it was a fluke and all that stuff. I mean,
no, it was always Cody.
In the back of my mind, Cody was definitely the one who was just like Johnny, which I mean, that's what managers would do, I guess. But,
Of course.
But I mean, I thought that the match happened, and then like I had the run and all that sort of stuff. But then it wins Warzone Match of the Year, which I was totally not expecting.
Yeah.
I honestly, because I voted for Boatman versus Rizzy, because that was like a really high scoring. Like they went to the final question. It was the finals of the tournament. But did you know what you voted for?
I don't remember, honestly. It was so long ago. It might have been that one.
Actually,
I might have voted for myself too. Yeah, it's definitely possible.
I remember because we had Maggie on, and she said that after this one, like upset of the year or something like that, apparently you sent her a message the next day saying because she was like, Ethan Bella sent me a message because some match that he was in won, not realizing that it was the match with Jake, which is kind of funny.
Wait, I sent Maggie a message.
Yeah. That's what she said. That apparently she was robbed versus Dominic. So
because the previous episode we watched the Maggie match.
I might have
because that's like that also is like very similar to this in that it's like a crazy upset with the number 1 seed. But yeah, I think it was between those two, and I guess because it was number 1 versus 32, like that makes sense that would win.
I mean, it is like a legitimate good match.
Yeah, I do remember thinking I was robbed of upset of the year. I was like, that's the one thing I thought I would have, but then I think Maggie got it right.
Yeah, I think that's what happened. This is but it wins Warzone Match of the Year, and then I go up, and you're nowhere to be seen. What happened?
Was I not there? I don't know.
You were not there.
Oh man, I guess
I had to accept it on behalf of both of us.
I guess I didn't realize like how it worked because I hadn't seen one of those before. So I was like,
it was the first time they were doing it live with like with the players and all that sort of stuff. So
yeah,
it was.
I don't remember if I was just like busy or because I would have gone if I knew that I was if we were like gonna go up and speak. I don't know what happened there.
I do remember you posting in the Facebook group. I want to like thank Jake Maringoni for accepting the award and all that sort of stuff.
Right.
I thought that was good. I thought that kind of settled it. That it was water under the bridge at that.
Of course, yeah.
It's all fun in the end. Like this whole trivia thing that we like doing, and this community is fun. And that's what it's all about. So
yeah, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Yeah,
but it's always it's good to go back and kind of be like, yeah, I was a real salty motherfucker back then.
Oh yeah. I'm sure there's some matches I would not want to revisit for my post-match interviews or whatever. Like, it happens.
There's one that because I've been talking with Michael. I want to have Holtzman on for that match that we did, and I'm really nervous about the post-match interview because I get a little bit saltier than I should. But but we can talk about that later. So yeah, I think that's that's it for.
We covered a lot of it. Yeah.
We've covered a lot. I'm trying to think if there's anything specific that we're forgetting.
No.
I can't think of so.
No, I feel like
it was a crazy run. You and Andrew became Cult Classics, and then now you're the manager of Club Dread. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I guess that's a question I would always wanted to ask. Was that ever an option or an idea that you had like back then of like
managing?
Maybe I should manage. Yeah.
No, not at all. That like came like way later. I think Kirk actually like approached me with the idea. He was like, we should do this faction. You should manage it because I think he's like, I think it would be fun for you to do it. And it just made sense at the time. I was like, yeah, sure. That sounds good. Let's do it.
Yeah. And now you have
to get more involved.
Warzone belts, and I mean, I think you're a strong contention for manager of the this season.
I
say this
I
with
do
Cody
very little.
as my manager.
Yeah, of course. No, I feel like I'm very lucky. I have a ton of incredible players. I don't really do much.
Oh yeah, no, that's fair enough. But yeah, thank you so much. Thank you very much, Ethan, for agreeing to be on.
Yeah.
I feel like
again, I said this with like Mark and Maggie, and I'm sure this is a really tough match for you to watch. So really appreciate it.
It's probably hard, like seeing you beat the number 1 seed, like having to deal with that. But,
well, thank you for having me. This was really fun to relive my glory days.
Yeah,
spin the wheel.
Yeah, spin the wheel.
Spin the wheel.
But yeah, I don't know what we're going to do next episode. I'll talk more about it. We'll figure it out. I like doing this. So we're like, well, who are we going to have on for the next one? But I don't see.
We legitimately don't know this one.
Yeah, we don't know with this one, but that's all good. We'll figure that one next time. But thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Ethan, for agreeing to be on. Thank you, Michael, for being a great co-host as always. And as always, something that I got to add. I don't know what to say. I'm still figuring out what's